Yeah. So this is a 14.1.6 shift table from baseline to the end of the period. So that means what? So how many subjects are low of this parameter before taking the drug and the end of the treatment, how many patients were changed from this result to another result. For example, one subject is there, his creatinine level is low before taking the treatment. After taking the treatment at the end of the study, so his creatinine level is normal. So that subject will count under low to normal range. Whether the same low is at baseline and same low is at last, so that subject will count here. So, for example, if the subject some RBC count is normal, at the end it is a high, so that subject will count under normal to high. So, likewise, each and every parameter, how many subjects are shifted from one result to another result, we are going to show in the table, shift table. Okay. So, what is the use of shift table? Shift table is used to estimate, how many subjects having the significant difference. For example, 90 subjects are there. Out of 90, 100, 80 subjects were normal to high. That means what? Before taking the drug, the creatinine level is normal of 80 subjects, but after taking end of the treatment, it is 80 subjects are moved to high. That means due to using our drug, the subject that parameter is affecting. Okay, like that they will check how many parameters are affected, any major parameter is affected, or majority of subjects are moved from the positive to negative range. So they will check by using the shift table. So how to calculate and how to display the counts and percentages of this shift table, we'll see step by step. Simply take the header part and library part. And next, now here this is the Kaplan count. So here the all treatment count they are expecting here. Each treatment count they are not expecting. All treatment count they are expecting in the Kaplan place. Okay. So simply just take this and copy this, and here just simply keep only the fifth treatment. Not all treatments are not needed. And okay, only one treatment. Now you will see the begin one in nothing but 11. So how many treatment they are expecting? Only one treatment, that is all treatment. So total number of all treatment is 11. Okay. So this is a safety population. Okay, we filtered the same. Now coming to the body part. So this information you will get from the dataset ADLB because these are the laboratory parameters, right? So we have to pick the information from the ADLB.
Sir, here
So here,
treatment end means we are taking all the
yeah,
count.
yeah, treatment end, they capitalize nothing but all. Here they will mention clearly. N should be represent total number of subjects from the ADSL and percentage calculation small n divided by capital N into 100. So this baseline we use the BNRND, ANRND is the treatment end, the results, and parameter category PARCAT1, hematology and chemistry only they want to include. And what are the parameters under this hematology chemistry we will display here. And missing count 0, no percentage should be added for the row of count 0. Okay. Yeah. So here the treatment end, at the end of the treatment, so the results they are expecting. Here the captain they are looking for all subjects count. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now ADLB, ADLB body part, and so what other variables are needed? First one is parameter category. Next parameter. Next baseline. Next post baseline results means end of the treatment result. Next visit. Okay. So here along with this one, so they clearly mentioned they want expecting only hematology and biochemistry. Chemistry and hematology. So under this category, what are the parameters we are there? So they just want to include here. So here under this chemistry, we have some parameter. Under the hematology, there are some other parameters. Okay. So now here, so they don't want to see all these subjects. Okay. So we'll calculate the counts once, then we'll know the difference. So prop frequency data equal to ADLB underscore body. We don't want to print the results in the output window. And tables, parameter category versus. So here you can see first category, next parameter, next baseline, next ANRND, next treatment wise, out equal to ADLB2 and run. So here also we don't want to keep all the treatment. We just want only the fifth treatment. All subjects treatment only they are expecting. So without disturbing the code, I simply filter only one treatment. That is all treatment. Okay. Now you will see the counts of ADLB2. So here chemistry related alanine aspartate. So you'll see the 42 counts, but we have only 11 subjects. So this count is not right because this is the record count. Okay. So what we do, so clearly they mention shift table from baseline to end of the period. So end results only we need to take. Here ADLB board. For example, this subject, this parameter, we have three record. The last record we need to take. So that last record result should be, here you can see low. And the first record normal is there, right? So normal was already populated to three records. Okay, like this record you can see the first record is high, that high was populated here, and last record is high. So what we need to do, so simply if you take only the last record, that will having the first result as well as last result. So how to get the last record? Simply data ADLB underscore BOD set ADLB underscore BOD by subject and this parameter category and the parameter and visit if one record last dot each parameter of the subject if you pick, so automatically last record will pick up each parameter. Okay. By variables are not properly sorted. Now you see the counts. Yeah, any parameter if you take. So albumin if you take, so you'll see 2135. So there is some missing values also there here. Okay. So this type of records, what we do, so you can add one more thing here. If BNRND equal to missing, then it is missing. If ANRND missing, then we simply present as missing. So now you can see the ADLB2. So where there is a missing, the missing also we consider missing to missing one subject is there. So here you can see any parameter, for example, bilirubin, high to high, 2 subject, low to normal 1, 8 plus 2, 1 plus 1, 11. Total 11 number, 11 subjects are distributed like this. If you see this 10 plus 1, total 11 subject. Okay, like that each and every count, sum of this count is equal to the capital count. Okay, likewise we will test, okay, we are getting the proper count. So the count variable we are renaming as, so what are the default percentage you will get? So we just drop. We are doing the percentage calculation by manually, right? So drop and the count variable simply we renaming as n. So this is a small n count, and now what we do? So we have to calculate the percentages as well. So how to do the percentage calculation? Simply we can copy paste this code from the table. The small n divided by capital N. Okay. Okay. Final underscore PCT. No. Variable n is, oh, ADLB2 is the actual data set. So final underscore PCT, now you can see you will get the counts and percentages like this. Now we need to transpose the data set to get the values as per the mock shell. Simply copy this code, paste it here. What is ID here? So they don't want to print the treatment wise. Treatment wise, low, normal, high of ANRND. So that is why the ANRND values should be in the ID, and here PCT, and by variables are this one, varchar1, parameter, and BNRND. Now you can see, so chemistry related alanine aminotransferase, high to high, one subject is there, low to normal, one subject is there, normal to high, three subjects, normal to normal, six subject. If you are calculated total, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 1, total 11. Here also you can see albumin, 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 1, 11. Okay. Like that, we need to check all this sum of the count is equal to the capital count. Okay, so chemistry, next hematology related parameter wise, we are getting the count. Now what we do, wherever the missing values are there, we replace the values with the zeros. Simply it is a low, normal, high, right? So it is a low, normal, high, missing, low, normal, high, and missing. Okay. Yeah, wherever the missing values are there, we just replace with the zeros. Now what we do? So we are going to print all this information into the page. So everything was not fitted into the one page. So what we do? Simply we already done with the pagination in the listings, right? So we use that code here. Just copy this code, paste it here. So 15 lines, okay, fine. 15 lines, we created one page number. Now we are going to write the proc report section. Yeah, what is the title 3? So this is the title 3. Okay. So 1416. Yeah. So now what are the variables we need to be write in the columns in the proc report? First, page 1. Next, what is the variable? Varcat 1. Next, parameter. Next, BNRIND. So after BNRND, Parcat 1 parameter BNRND, then so they want to print treatment end. So go to the next line, open bracket, treatment end. Next, they want to draw a solid line. Before that one, capital and count in the next line. And so draw a solid line. So solid line purpose, we use this code, right? So we just use this code. And next, under that one, low, normal, high. So low, normal, and high, as well as missing also there. So the shell was not included, but these variables are there. In the missing, we will just confirm from the starts, okay, whether we want to display the missing, because you can see here low, normal, high along with some missing values also there. So we have to display that missing values also. Otherwise, this parameter count will missing, right? So if you ignore that one, so this value will going to miss. So we include all, we will take the confirmation from the starts and define PAG1 order. So we are not printing. Next, parcat1. Parameter on the first line, category in the second line. Okay, so I'll give around 10%. Next parameter, okay. Mm, so we are grouping this one, and here also we are grouping this one. నెక్స్ట్ బిఎన్ఆర్ఐ అండి. సో బిఎన్ఆర్ఐ అండి. సో వాట్ is the label? Baseline. Next, low, normal, high. Low, and normal, high. Next, missing. Okay. So above one line and below one line common. So above one line, below one line, and so break after this one. So each parameter will give some space. We'll see how the report is going to generate. Any adjustment needed, we will do. Yeah, here chemistry, this parameter high, low, normal, the values are least. And next chemistry, after that one, hematology will start. Hematology related all parameters. Okay, one mistake is here. XX was populated. So XX plus what we should call this macro variable. Okay, there is some space here. So we can handle that space here. We can write removed. Okay, so if you are writing that removed, so that will remove the spaces before the macro variable. Now you will see the spaces were removed. So this is a table, shift table. So INI amino transferases high to high, one subject was at the time of baseline high and at the end of the study, one subject having the high ranges. Low to normal, one subject is shifted. Low to normal, six subjects are there. Out of 11, six subjects are normal to normal. So there is no significant difference. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So here like this, you will get the table and you can also calculate sum of this is equal to the 11 subject. Okay. So the percentage also 2 divided by 11. So you will get the same percentage calculation. They want to print only hematology and chemistry. So those parameter shifts only we are displaying in this here. Anybody having any doubt? You can ask me now. The
Sir,
shift table little bit complex. Yeah, tell me.
yeah, sir, can you explain where we got the total count that we change it to 11?
Yeah, here you will see. So the same thing. We are added each subject fifth treatment, and here we are only filtering the subject number, treatment number 5 related records only. Okay. So here you can manually also calculate it. Okay. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 5, 11.
Y-
Got it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is a similar count of this one. So we are not adding any total column here. Only what are the ranges and along with the missing values. Okay.
Okay. But initially we got the total count from the table, right? Like 42.
Yeah. So that, if you are not filtering this last dot parameter, what happen? So it will take all the records. Okay. So here you will see. So ADLB underscore BOD. So here this parameter albumin, if you see there are three records. Okay. So three records, screening record, unscheduled and unscheduled. So if you are calculating, this will calculate it three times. But we are going to calculate only one time. So that is why I am picking only the last record. Okay. So
Okay,
before
sir.
that is why we get a more count.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And so today interview questions 26 to 30. Some of the important interview topics. Yeah. So here, simple question, but this will ask in one of my interview. So whenever you write some proc transpose procedure, if you are not giving the out statement, okay, what happened? So first time if you are running, you will get the created the data set name data one. Second time if you are rerunning again, so the data set will created as data two, third time data three. Like that it will create. Okay. So here in this table also, if you are not giving this out statement, so directly if you are running this statement, data one will create it. Second time data two, third time data three. Like that it will create. Okay. And second one, proc sort without by statement. What happened? So every time proc sort we are using the by statement. If you are not giving, what happened? So we will get a no by statement used or no by variables are specified. A by statement must used within the variable. So you will get a error or error message. So without proc sort by statement. Okay, these are the written test questions as well as some of the interviews. They want to test your programmatical skills. They ask these questions. Okay. Third one, what is the difference between the by statement and class statement? Some procedures we use the by, some sub procedures, same procedure we use the class. What is the difference between these both? Okay. So here you will see by name. Okay. So you will get a type, frequency and marks here. Okay. So in the proc summary, if you are using class statement, so along with this one, so you will get a one more extra row. That is total number of, that is sum of this all you will get by default proc summary. If you are using proc summary by only, so what are the information present in the name variable? Only that variable wise counts you will get. Okay. And one more, by statement repeats the analysis of every subgroup, and the class statement includes the categorical part analysis. Most of the times comparing the groups. So here you will see proc means by statement before this one. And here you can see some of the efficacy procedure t-test and any grouping comparison purpose. Most of the time we use class statement. Okay. So here, so most of the times the categorical variable statistics before we use the proc sort by statement, and in this statement also we use the by. Okay. So here in the efficacy procedures, like you want to comparing the p-values between the two groups, that time we use the class statement. Okay. So what is the summary statistics if we have only one subject? So only subject we pass and we will run the proc summary or proc mint. What is the statistics? That time standard deviation must be null, n should be 1 and minimum maximum mean should be equal. Okay, because it is only one subject. And how to extract the second word from each row. So here if the data set is like this, so they want to pick the second word. Here you will see the last second word. Okay, so here you will see triple four four is there, triple four 44 is there, double zero double zero is there. So they want not want to print the second first word, last second word. Okay, so that time nvar scan var variable minus two. So this is a minus one, this is a minus two. Okay, so you will get a minus two, nothing but second last word you will get. So this will also very much helpful. Minus two. Here you can see observation omitted due to missing ID values in the proc transfer. So if you are getting this type of warning, when you are getting this type of warning. So whenever you are using proc transfer procedure ID statement, that ID values containing some missing values, you will get a warning like this. Okay. So how to avoid this one? Simply first you replace the missing with 99, then transpose. So automatically along with this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 99 also transpose. After that one, if you want required, so you can keep, otherwise you can drop that variable. Okay. So next variable is missing in column statement in proc report. So for example, here you can see column, we only added type and but we defined other variable. What happened in that column? So that time you will get a warning message that variable is not in the report definition. So that won't execute. Okay. So in case, for example, type number is we mentioned, but we are not defining what happened. So nothing will happen. That will print, but by their default nature it will print. Okay, number will print their default nature. We are not defining anything. So what is the variable and the label is there, that will print automatically with their default behavior. It is a numeric or it is a character, that will print automatically. But if you want to change the left alignments, right alignment and the label, so you need to define that one. Okay, these two are important because sometimes they will ask you if you are giving column statement not defining what happened, if you are not giving define what happened. Okay. So how to remove the special character from the string? So you will get a lot of variables with the special characters. So how to remove that one? So for example, X variable having, you can see percentage, ampersand and colon, some there. So in the new variable, if you want to remove all the special characters like this one, Y above and this one. So you will write compress and X, all this you can mention, and K is nothing but keep as it is. So characters they will keep as it is, numbers characters they will keep, and this same special character like E, dots, Y, this will remove by using compress function. And we already told you, so maximum number of titles and footnotes are how many? So 10 titles, 10 footnotes are allowed maximum. Okay. If you want to add 11th or 12th or anything, so you can handle by using compute block. So compute block, you will write the next 11th, 12th, 13th titles and footnotes if you are having the more than 10. Last one, how to delete all the data set in the work library. So here, if you want to delete all this work library, what will do? Generally, we control all and delete. But how to write? So simply you will write proc data sets, proc data set library equal to work kill mem type equal to data. So this will kill all the data set. Before running any program, so first execute this statement so that all the work library data sets are killed. Then you will start working on the other programming part. Okay, next one. So if the adverse event table we have already generated, how to do the quality checks before submitting for the QC. So for example, if you are generating the SOC wise preferred terms, okay, so we will see. the first one. You can see alphabetical order wise or descending order, how they want to ask. So you will just check each and every SOC and preferred terms. Okay. And second one you can see here. So if you are getting the SOC 8 and preferred terms also should not be 8, should be greater or equal, because one subject may be more than one also. Okay. So and here you will see, okay, fine. And here 5156 means, the preferred terms count should be more or equal or less also possible, because subject might be having more than one adverse events. Okay. And here you will see NE, nothing but N and percentage we already did, counts and percentage. E, nothing but number of records. Okay. So number of records we need to represent here in some tables. So nausea one subject, but nausea 2 3 times if happen, that number should be mentioned here. Okay. And fifth you will see, uh, so two drugs are there, drug A and drug B. Summary of treatment emergent body system, number of patient, total reports. Okay, here also same thing. So you will check the counts. 8 plus 3, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. So this is nothing but number of records. This is nothing but number of subjects. Okay. So if the number of subjects are 0, so we won't get any E here. And here this is a one type of adverse event table, drug A, drug B. So mild, moderate, severe also they want expected like this. And here you will see some adverse event, they will give some cutoff. 10% or more adverse events only they want to keep. So that time you need to carefully check. The percentages all should be about 10% only. If anything was below 10%, you can delete that record. They don't want to see below 10% related records. Okay. So here sometimes p-value also calculated in some efficacy tables, in some safety related rare scenarios. So that time p-value they will use the Fisher exact methods. Okay. So different adverse event tables are these. And questionnaire related data set. So they will ask you whether you worked on any questionnaire related tables or anything. So whenever you see some depression related or neurology study, so the doctor will ask some question based upon the patient provided answer, they will tick. Okay. So how his eyesight, how is eye pain. So based upon this one, they will collect the score and they will enter into the data set. Okay. Each subject. So 3 is good, 3 is fair. So each question they have in different value. If a subject is giving 1, so it is excellent of this particular question. Like that questions answers will calculated in the SDTM. So each and every subject, all the records where they populated. And here you will see 96010203. How the each and every question they will give some separate number and the parameter and what is the score given by the subject was provided in the variable aval. 1 minute. And you will see like this data set. So base value change, percentage change, or percentage change, base and change, we will calculate. So for example, one question before taking the drug, the excellent. So it's the same question they will ask you after giving the treatment, how the answer is. So if they're giving answer poor, so that means what? The question, the response will decrease after taking the treatment. So before taking the drug, so his eyesight is poor. After taking the drug, his eyes is good. So the score will, first 3, next 1. Like that change also we'll see how the change, whether it is improving the subject health or not, they will find by using the questionnaire data sets. Okay. And final question is RELREC data set in the SDTM. So the data set is, they will ask you what is RELREC, you have worked on the RELREC or not. So RELREC nothing but relationship related data set. So relationship between the two or more data set. These are the variables you can see in the RELREC data set. So for example, one subject having the adverse event severe headache, to reduce that severe headache, the doctor was given the drug called aspirin. So this aspirin related medication go to the concomitant data set, the adverse event related that information captured in the A. So that time RELREC was created like this, subject number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, AE and CM, both the domain having the similar record. So sequence number, CM sequence number, and this is a value. So which records are having the relationship, pick that record and create separate data set called RELREC. So in the similar way, TU and TR, tumor related identification, tumor related results. So there is a variable called link ID. So both the variables have link ID. So by looking this link ID, so we will pick the records and create the RELREC. We will see TU and TR. So that record will capture here. And the same way, EC and EX also we have relationship there. So what are the exact related subjects we will keep into the another data set. Okay, EC and EX. Yeah. So these are the interview questions for today. So just try to remember that interview question whenever they will ask you. You can easily answer this type of questions. Along with this, practical knowledge important. So once you're done with your all practice, 90% of questions you will able to answer, but the remaining 10%. So by explaining these type of questions, you may if they are asking this type of questions, you are also be able to answer. Okay.